We
are the Blancos.
Blancos.
Today's episode, we have the man, the myth, my brethren, Berner.
That's my guy, man.
Thank you for your time.
Man, thank you for the energy already. Just feel juicy even being around my guy, man. I haven't seen you in a while. It's been what, like
2 years.
Damn, really 2 years?
Well, my son went to the Christmas party 2 years.
2 years?
2 years. It was amazing.
That's too long. We can't do it again.
I believe we're multi-dimensional beings, right? This man's a multi-dimensional being. I'm a multi-dimensional being. And it's crazy because I can literally remember as if it's a movie. Every step that I took at the Christmas parties that I've been to, everything from the entrance, from seeing Stingy, and to the recent one, shout out to Stingy Wildlife. We went 2 years ago. And it was so mind-boggling for me. We've been friends now for what, 8-9 years almost.
Yeah, for a while, yeah.
Yeah, and brothers. I don't believe in friendship.
Brothers. Yeah, you're my brother, man, for sure.
So we're at the hotel right there in downtown. We had just came in from SAC. It's me, the boys, and a couple of the fam, my cousin Junior. And it's like the city had changed. The city's changed a lot, right?
Drastically.
It's a little mind-boggling as well. So then I said, let's hit it to the concert right now, and let me text Big Hand and tell him I'm showing up with my kids. And then my cousin and them are like, "Yo, you sure you want to walk?" I'm like, "It's right down the street." And they're like, "Yeah, but it's a little crazy with the kids." And I'm like, "Man, these boys they're good. They're good martial artists. They're not high. We're high." So we start walking. Yeah, the city's changed. You see crazy stuff. A lot of, homeless, a lot of human feces. So we're trying to walk there fast. And we get there. And as soon as I get there, I'm in our movie, which is the Cookies movie. I think it was Israel Adesanya said that you have to recognize in life sometimes when you're in somebody else's movie.
That's crazy. I never heard that. That's kind of game, though.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, lean into that. You have to understand when you're in somebody else's movie. And it didn't take me too long to understand that. I was in my movie and I had a frequency, but somehow I ended up in your movie. And then the Christmas party, the first one we went to when my man's Wake and Bake was with us, my wife was with us, and it was this first company Christmas. It was the second or third annual Christmas party, but it was the first time we went to it from Florida. I had just gotten out probation. Now I'm allowed to smoke nonstop, and you were basically introducing us to this cannabis awakening, this cannabis bull run, is what I've been calling it lately. Which you fucking were probably the Bitcoin of. You get it? And we get there, whatever Gucci Man was performing. It was incredible, but as we stated earlier and off the cameras, we were running because I was going to miss my flight. I had been in the city, and this is a full circle moment because I was your first guest on the roundtable, or second on the roundtable 7-8 years ago, and now you're my first guest on the Blancos podcast.
Fire.
Super Boss Stoner episodes, and it means a lot to me. But long story short, 2 years ago, Christmas party with my sons in there. So it's the second time I've been to the Christmas party, but it's around the 12th or 14th concert of Berner and the local stoners and super juggernauts of this industry that you've helped co-create.
Man, them shows are super important to the brand. Like I remember that day with Gucci Man, because I booked Gucci Man and I didn't make my money back at all. Super expensive to book him and the other artists I had on that show, but like to give that kind of experience to all the people who have been supporting me, like that's what we do it every year for. Like we want to bring high level artists in, high level vibes, just good energy for the ones that really love this shit.
I see that you're probably one of the only ones that do it for the culture. Like sometimes you'll give away stuff just for the culture, but more important, that moment, that vibe, that leads me. That's my segue to the moment that you've helped many of us live over and over and over again on a constant high.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. Like what I was saying about the Christmas thing. So long story short, I'll make it a long story. my kids are there. We enter. Hen gets us in the front with Bill.
Mm-hmm.
They pick us up in the front. Boom, we go through that. Berner's got all the rappers there. I believe OT Mexican was there.
Oh yeah, Mexican OT. Yeah.
One of my son's favorite rappers, OGZ.
OGZ, yeah.
OGZ was there.
That was a good
the
fucking
young
show,
bulls of the industry.
Yeah.
And of course the juggernauts of the cannabis industry. But on a humble moment, I just look around and I see Young Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Powers Up.
Kenny.
I see Burn, right? Burn, you just said hi to me with your mother-in-law and your wife.
Yeah.
And I see all the kids. I see their kids. I see my kids. Mind you that 5 years ago, or no, almost 6 years ago, I was there at the Gucci Man Christmas party, but there was no kids. And now it's a full circle moment that I see. And, a lot of people are very egotistical and they won't give each other their flowers. And this is my point of having you here, to give you and to give the industry somewhat, but to give those who deserve their flowers. But you, because you mean so much to my family and to the movement, that in that moment, I understood that what you helped create or what you created, now all these kids in this room somehow have eaten from that, as well as their parents.
That's crazy.
And that's crazy because a lot of people can say what they say, like about my mother. Oh, horrible lady, whatever you could say, but she created an industry that it fed so many people. Another associate of yours from the Boogie, the Bronx, New York, shout out to the Boogies, told me once, yo, Michael, man, when you guys dropped that Blanco bag, you don't know what you did. And I'm like, I kind of do know what we did because Berner told me what we were doing.
That was a statement right there, and that shit was fire, and it was just a good fucking strain, and just I remember when we did that, it was big, bro. I had to do it. It was only right that we did it because, you suffered a lot in that space, and just you've been through your own troubles just with the laws that surround kind of just the drug industry in general. It's been a kind of a burden to you, and especially to your family. So I'm like, look, if I could bring you in on the legal side, these are the people that should be participating in this. It's more than just social equity. It's people from the game. Like, you have to respect the game, and the game comes with a lot of pain. And so, I always tell my friends, it might not be the biggest money play, but to even put your foot in the industry and start normalizing to us that this is our right, that's the most important thing for me.
Yeah, this is facts. But more than that, and I'll elaborate, is that when a person or some frequency is so powerful that people thank you for the trickling down of that energy. And that's what somebody told me from the Bronx. They're like, yo, when you guys dropped the spider bag, yo, not to say nothing, son, but the whole blockade. And I'm like, oh, he's saying bootlegging my shit? Wait, did he just? And I'm like, yes, that's what he said. He goes, yo, hundreds, we did our thing, this and that. The bag was live. That spider means something. And then I regress to the moment in the Rainbow Room, Burn, man. That to me, it was so amazing, to live that moment with you. And I just had to drop that on you.
A lot of people too, like, I'm glad that you understand that as a compliment. A lot of people get mad about people bootlegging their bags and doing anything, but to me, it's like you got a cheerleader for free. And they're embracing what you're doing.
Love it.
And even though you're not eating off it, you're definitely eating off of it because the brand recognition is huge. So I'm glad you look at it like that, because a lot of people are like, man.
I mean, I didn't look at it like that till I met you.
Yeah. Well,
like, I'm from Miami, and I'm Griselda Blanco's son, so I used to be like, wait, is that my stamp?
Yeah.
Is that? But the brand's like, yo, take it as a compliment.
It's a good thing because ultimately,
marketing.
like, they'll do things that you can't risk yourself doing.
He told me, you're doing something right if they're bootlegging your shit, Mike.
That's the best. Like, that's the best compliment to your shit. Like, even when I see a bunch of people bootlegging the clothing, like in the flea markets, I'm like, cool. At least I'm still important enough to be bootlegged. You have to think about the people that no one gives a fuck about. That'd be a worst feeling, in my opinion.
Yes.
If no one's bootlegging my shit, I'm like, oh, it's over. I might as well go. Yeah. I might as well go get a job now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a wrap. But I'm glad you kind of picked up on that game because it's real. It's a real game.
Yeah, it is. It is, and we've chopped major game over the years. But I want to ask you today on this podcast, right? Because I don't want this just to be about the industry and this and that. But let's get this out of the way.
Yeah.
The vision. As a businessman, to me, it's amazing. To me, it's, oh my gosh, how does one create? Because I'm a creative mind. I'm in production. I do a lot of things. And when I see that somebody has a vision, and then they bring that vision into the physical realm, right? And then it might look from the outsider looking in, oh, he did that overnight. But I learned something from you and from the cookies movement, which is you can't fake it till you make it. Boots on the ground. And if you get on this frequency. And then my mother taught me one thing, and this would be my freaking quote, because I love saying it. My mama told me this once, but my mother told me once and said, he who lays next to a good palm tree, good shade will follow him. So find yourself good palm trees, and they'll teach you something in good shade, And I'm an older individual, and I've learned a lot from this young man. So that being said, how did you visualize it, and how did you capture the vision?
I just wanted it so bad. Like when I seen it, I was like, I need to be a part of this. Like, when I first seen like the whole medical cannabis, and back in the early 2000s and SF, I'm like, man, I got to be a part of this. It's really cool, because I was living in Arizona, and it was totally opposite out there. I'm like, man, you can't. How can this not be available for everyone? And I remember working there and seeing people that had all different walks of life, off-duty cops, veterans, just old ladies, young guys like us. Like, man, this shit really brings a lot of people together. This is what I want to do for a living. So I really realized at that time, like, one, this is what I want to do. I kind of dedicated myself to it. Two, like, anyone that has a brand is going to be the one to win if you could be the first with a brand.
The merch.
Yeah.
How did you visualize the merch?
Well, not even really just the merch, but like the whole associate. Like when you think about brands, like it's an icon, it's a logo, it's a colorway, it's a story behind it, it's a purpose, it's just whole package, right? So I kind of envisioned what cookies would look like, and then I started putting on merch. The merch was kind of like a free billboard, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was going to go everywhere while the weed kind of does its thing in the background. I just wanted to think about ways you can keep embracing one thing so many different ways that it just doesn't get old. It just gets actually so big that no one can tear it down. That's kind of my goal with that,
That's amazing you say that. But can you bring me to the moment in time in that living room when you, I don't know if you were chilling or you were living in the grow. I've heard the stories, and you said, look, I'm going to print right here in the living room, and this is going to be the first thing. We're going to call it cookies. And you shared it either with someone or you visualized it first. When that moment in time, when was that?
It was right before I went to Atlanta with Felix and Phil. Fee's a common friend of ours, but I was going to do the video.
House.
Yeah, Gas House. I was going to do a video for the Yoko song with Chris Brown, Big Crit, and Wiz Khalifa. I'm like, look, whatever I wear in there is going to be seen a lot. I'm like, I should really ensure that whatever I wear is mine. And from that moment, the cookies was like a popping strain at the time. People knew about it, but I'm like, let me stamp
Girl Scout cookies.
Girl Scout cookies. I'm like, let me really stamp this shit, though. And so for that video, I kind of printed up that hoodie. First hoodie ever. Got it printed at Free Gold Watch on Hay Street. It paid way too much to get it printed. But I knew that if I wore that hoodie, people would associate me with cookies. It normalized it and look good. And I also have my stamp to go put on everything. So that's what really made me, like, the moment where I was like, let me step up and get a design done. Let me make sure the colorway looks tight. I was thinking about wearing it for the Chris Brown video because I knew it was going to be a big thing, which it really was.
And he was one of the first, I want to say, like, rappers, superstars that wore cookies? Or?
No, I wore it.
You wore it on his video?
I wore it on my video, but it was featuring him. So I had a song with called Yoko with Chris Brown, Wiz Khalifa, and Big Crit. And I'm like, man, whatever I wear is going to be a moment. I could wear some polo, but I don't own polo. If this gets seen 100 million times or 20 million times, like, I should be wearing something. I should probably stamp cookies at this point.
Nice.
Right? And that's exactly what made me go create that logo. Because I had to have something to wear for that video.
So did you do it yourself? Did somebody do it? What?
Yeah, so that logo was actually created by my boy Shemp, photo doctor. He does all my album covers. And so I kind of told him the vibe I wanted. I told him what I wanted to look and feel like, and he went and designed it. He kind of brought back a whole list of things, like kind of like a sketch, like a bunch of different things, like different looks. I'm like, boom, right there. And we wanted that, and he put that blue on it, and it was over.
It was over after that.
It was over. I knew I had some. I knew I had something.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, when you hit, I'm like, I hit. I got something right here. But maybe it's because I was so juiced on it, I wanted to do it. I thought I had something. And I made it something. Because it's just a logo. How did I know it was going to be something so big? I think I was just so excited I actually had some. When looking at the whole little sheet of designs and concepts and image, I'm like, that right there, that's it.
But at the same time, being a multi-dimensional being, you're coexisting and you're co-branding yourself.
Yeah.
Berner, you're at the Cannabis Club. Hundreds of people are going in. Is that right? The Cannabis Club?
Yeah.
Hundreds of people are walking in every day, and you're recommending the fire, the gas. This is what's hitting right now. Try this. And they're smoking what your knowledge is giving to them because now you're Berner. You're becoming Berner/cookies. So is it like how did you metamorphosize that? How did you got into rap at the same time?
Yeah, like kind of like it was like I was doing music, smoking weed, and by the time I found my partner Jai, and he kind of came with the cookies, and we decided I had kind of the megaphone, I had the outlet to make it pop. Like I was really moving and shaking back then too, so I was able to take something and put it in all the right hands and keep the price high and start kind of creating that demand around. Like he needed me and I needed him. It was like it's one thing to have some good weed, and there's plenty of good breeders out there, but if you have the right person to partner with, you can go put it in the right hands and make it go. And I was the guy that made it go. I had all the best perps back in the day, all the best OGs, the best sours, like the best bubbas. Like that was an easy call.
I remember Bubba used to freak me out.
Yeah,
I used to smoke. I remember when Miami got Bubba, I believe. I don't want to say nothing, but yes, there were some people here that were the first to have Bubba.
Yeah.
And God rest the dead. God bless the dead. Tino and them from Oakland had it out here, and people were smoking Bubba left and right, but it was freaking people out. People weren't used to designer marijuana.
Yeah, it was a big thing. And so like when you think about that whole time of designer weed, whether it be first being the OGs and the sours and the Bubba and the Granddaddy, like we came with the cookies right after that, and we made it be the next wave. So in cannabis, you have waves. Like right now, there's a lemon cherry. Lemon cherry's got a big wave.
Candy was last year and the year before last.
Yeah, so like we came with a wave that just stuck a long time.
Yeah,
we hit it at the right time too.
And then you created a menu behind it.
Yeah.
And then so flowers, right? Trophies, right? To my ace right here. A lot of people are very egotistical and they don't like to share triumphs of others in the general view because, hey, why do I have to do that? And it's what us in the martial arts call ego. The menu of cookies, along with the menu of a lot of people that when I was a smoker, when I started smoking designer marijuana because of the industry that you presented to me, I had to get my levels up, right? Because now you want to talk that talk and now you want to walk that walk, but now your boots on the ground. 12 concerts in a matter of days. I think it was not even 15 days. This man did like 12 concerts. Coinciding, I am dropping a little reality show called Cartel Crew, and now I'm kind of joining his frequency with my team, whatever. Long story short, we hit all the concerts. We're there, boots on the ground, and you start understanding what cannabis is, right? But now I have to smoke what these juggernauts of cannabis are smoking. Now, what's a pheno? What's a pheno hunt? Exactly right, because I'm from the Bay, but I'm from the 80s and 90s Bay Area when it was just Humboldt, when it was
some
Santa
good
Cruz.
bud. It wouldn't be so many varieties and so many different varieties at once, yeah.
So you never smoke like he smokes. So then we start smoking whatever. Long story short, Be Real got my levels up. Grandi Flora got my levels up. You got my levels up. Called my man Burns. I said, listen, I think I'm gonna hit for 3 seasons on this reality stuff, and kind of been addicted to Percocets for the last 10 years, and I need to get off these things. So the cookies menu, Grandi Flora, along with the juggernauts of cannabis and the movement and the understanding that if you understand marketing and you understand how to push this and make it go like he just said, yeah, you really got to understand your plant. You got to know what you're smoking, right? Or like the trappers say, you got to know what you're selling, which I wasn't. I was just smoking, right? But I had to get off these opiates that destroyed my life because, I had pains and mental trauma and stuff like that.
For sure.
So the menu that you co-created with all these breeders and everybody, along with, my people, Mark and Prada, from Grandi Flora, they helped me a lot as well. they got me off opiates. So I just had to thank you for that person.
Big,
I've never
big,
thanked
bro.
them like that before. So.
That's big, bro, because those things
Means
are
a lot.
they're not good for you. And obviously, when you have trauma or PTSD, honestly, the best thing to do for yourself is alternative plant medicine, whether it be herb or like microdose of mushrooms. Like those things are really good for the mind. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of trauma too, and the weed keeps me in a certain place, and it's kind of like a thing that people bond over all around the world. Like you show up, like boom, boom, I hear you. You put plant in people's hands. It's like a cool thing. It's a cool energy around weed. It's like it's different than anything else out there. You know.
Can I hit you with something? Might be a little hard, but I have to.
Yeah, for sure.
After surviving the C word,
Mm-hmm.
now that you mentioned this energy and the medical benefits, and to get a little off topic of only cannabis in the industry and what Cookies has done and how you've changed the freaking world with the branding and the marketing, because we know that.
Thank you.
And it's facts. This
Thank
is
you.
freaking facts, right? Because I learned how to market as well from the best, right?
Thank you.
Long story short, what is the meaning of your life now, past, present, and future, you know, with being a father, being a C word survivor? What does Berner want out of life, and what do you perceive like your meaning of life? You know what I'm trying to say? Like your meaning of life, not the meaning of life, but your meaning of life after that freaking trauma, after that, using the plant as well on a daily basis because we have to, as we each got our thing. But how and what is the meaning of your life now? How do you carry on life daily, and what is the meaning of it all for you now? The happiness, whatever it must be, your frequency with your family. What is it?
I think it's very simple at this point. I'm juiced about it because I never had it before. It's about having a peace of mind and giving as much love as I can to my kids, so they're able to carry a certain kind of energy around when they walk around the world, right? Like I've kind of figured out, to me, the meaning of life is like to find happiness within yourself and have a peace of mind and enjoy your day as much as you can without being influenced by bullshit. But really, now we have children, to kind of give whatever we have that's special in life, like that makes us special in this world, to our kids, and try to perfect the energy. So I want Lil Gil, I want my daughter to walk around and kind of give this good aura that I've been able to have from my mother. Yeah. My mother gave me a great aura, and she gave me good energy and very loving and very caring. And you look at the world today, people don't give a fuck about people anymore. I'm definitely a people's person, so let me give that to my kids. So when they go out there, they care about people, they love people, they have a good energy that feels welcoming to people. Like I guess my goal now, and the meaning of life to me, is love my kids as much as I can, so they can be great people here on the earth. You have a peace of mind. That's it. Like, and I used to have a lot of pressure about I gotta do this, or business gotta do this, or I gotta be somewhere in life. Man,
ambition is a motherfucker.
Man,
you just don't stop.
I'm gonna keep working, and I'd be a liar if I sat and work every day. I'm trying to reach certain goals, but my main meaning of life right now is like,
well, you've slowed down. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like, hey, you've slowed down. Pick it up again. No, I'm saying 8 years ago, your work ethic was boom, and then your work ethic went boom. And I noticed it because I'm like, damn, we gotta pick it up, bro. Burn's doing this, Burn's doing that. We gotta pick it up. We gotta figure this out. This is the marketing. This is the next big thing. What's the next big thing? Ambition is a motherfucker. And you just kept on going. You kept on going, dropping album after album. And I know because sometimes we'd meet up and then Cartel Crew Season 2, Episode 10. We introduced the Blanco strain. Oh, it was when my mother told me once, son, live the moment. And like I said, I've lived these moments in the last 8 to 10 years of this world of ours, or this thing of ours. And it was crazy because on my national network television, I'm part of this thing now called Cookies, or I'm becoming part of this family, and I'm being taught by the best, right? And then it's like, okay, let's release this, let's release the strain, let's make it a movie, and we basically, let's say, produced that freaking episode with the help of your partners and Melrose, Be Real, And we released Blanco. But long story short, it was such a movie. I'm at the SLS rooftop. Berner's down the street from the Beverly Center. He's in the penthouse. Stingy was there. We'd meet up in the Escalades. We'd smoke weed downstairs.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the same security you have here. A lot of my friends here, my kids couldn't travel back then. And the industry was so beautiful. It was so brand new. And then we're on television together. And I remember in that moment, you know, like, I cried a lot, like, you know, but
Me
I'm
too, though. You got to.
I lived
got
out.
to.
I'm in the Rainbow Room. I'm walking around seeing every fucking star for the last 30 years on the walls.
Yeah.
And then as I enter with production team, VH1 security, and Berner and Cookies and Cosmo, and then the Puerto Ricans from New York and my Cubans from Miami, my friends, family from the Bay Area, people from Los Angeles that were like family to me, you know. Pac-Man was there. Pac-Man, God rest the dead. God bless the dead. Pac-Man was the future of rap, and he was my little homie. He had picked me up the night before and took me to that. So I remember he was a hell of a rapper. He passed away during the pandemic.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. He was there, and he was telling me, boss man, you're doing it, bro. You're dropping this Blanco. And sometimes you don't live like the moment. It's so weird, right? Because you have to keep going. You have to keep going. Let me get season 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 on different networks, and let me spread cookies all over the world and make this vision happy. How does one slow down?
Your body will tell you. Like, you have to sometimes, because then, like, when you're moving so fast, you're not really looking at everything like sharp and precise. You're kind of just, I'm going. Like, sometimes you have to slow down because your body is telling you to. You have to kind of reapproach. Like, even like I told you, like today, bro, I'm like, I'm gonna come see you. I'm gonna go to the beach, turn my phone off, and just swim and think. Like, I had to do that for myself, because before I've never would have done that. I would have went here, went there, put up a homie, went to distro for a tea. I would have just moved everywhere. But I can't do that anymore. Like, I have to slow down a little bit so I could be better when I am making moves. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing. Also, like, when you slow down, you can really actually look at everything and be like, all right, this is working really well. This has been a headache for me. This is cool, but ain't really bringing no bread in. This is going to be cool to do. So you have to really kind of look at everything that's going on, too. You slow down when you have to rethink things, too, you know? I have to rethink a bunch of shit right now just about where I'm at in life and where business is at. But I feel like being slowed down, especially with the family, like, better actually really look at things a different way.
You see, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
You see, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear, how does that young emperor slow down? No, I want to know, how does one seek the enlightenment of life? May it be love, may it be happiness, may it be like my boys and my daughter, your daughters, and your son. Like, the enlightenment of what you seek. When you're turning something that has had this infamous nature into something that is of merit now, because you went legal, created a brand, you have this brand trajectory, and now you're paying the bills legally, you're giving money to your children, you're giving money to everybody legally, but you still worry about the infamous nature of life, the infamous nature of the industry that you're in. Mine is being reality TV and everything that comes with it, intellectual property on my family's story and history. So I basically trap intellectual property over and over and over again, and created a method.
Smart.
Just how you created a method for this freaking industry. Boom. It's everywhere. But then there's so many things that are part of this industry, and so many segues, and you've done so much and so I don't want to say little time, because that's an understatement. But, and by that I mean that it really took you decades to do what you've done. But I used to say something on TV all the time, and I used to be like, well, we've done in 2 years, it takes another brand 10 to 5 years to do it. And it really was, and it was because of your help and teaching the marketing. But what does one Berner do now?
I just did it when I put up here, so right now I'm focused on my son's kids line.
Nice. I saw that on the ground. Saw that.
That's what's got me juiced right now. Like, I feel like it just creatively, you have to step into a different world and kind of challenge yourself a little bit. So I was like, let me just pop off some shit for my son, because, like I said, it's like one thing to hand down the empire, it's another thing to build your own. You know, like, and so I'm like, let me just build something for him real quick, and let's try to run it up. So that's what got me. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm like, all right, cookies is gonna be on autopilot, and music and have to have something that makes me really juice about doing music these days, but something for my kid, because it allows me to just think about him and his future a little more. That's what I'm on right now. I'm on a song.
That's dope.
His brand's name is called Crumbs.
I saw that. That's dope. Crumbs.
Yeah. So I'm like, let me just hook him up, like, because I feel like, you know, my fans, my audience.
Your daughter had a brand.
Yeah.
I remember.
She had one, and she wasn't really passionate about, like, the way she was.
My wife bought some for my daughter from her brand. I remember that.
But I feel like this one, like, I actually got it in my hands. I can kind of map it out for him and put that money in the bank for him and just try to build up. I feel like our fans have been buying cookies close for 10 years. Like, probably can't buy too much cookies anymore. I mean, maybe they will, maybe they won't, but a lot of them have kids now.
Yeah, my kids are of age and they wear cookies.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, they're big kids now. And before, they used to be like the only
That's
kids.
a good point, though. Yeah, that's a good point, because I was thinking, like, my fans have kids, and so then maybe they'll buy Crumbs, but also
the younger ones, the mothers.
But a lot of my fans' kids are old enough to rock cookies too. By the way, this was an incredible treat. Like, you're a boss for bringing that through every time.
I always got you. Every time you come into town, you know I bring you up on that idea.
This thing right here is just, I'm really glad. I hope I can save some for the homies at the hotel, because
we'll get some trays soon. Make sure
I might just eat it all. Honestly, I might be a piece of shit when I get in the car. And, yeah, bro. Last time I saw you it was an epic vibe though, dude.
Burn, man.
No, was it last time or when I saw you in Miami?
Wait, you mean the inauguration? Can we talk about it?
Yeah, was it that or was it
wait, that's my segue. So, what he's talking about? Epic vibe, right? Called me up. What's up? You coming to the Mayweather fight with me? And I'm like, hell yeah! This is a month before that they gets here, right? Mm-hmm. You know me, I'm a fight fan. Berner knows I'm a fight fan.
For sure.
Martial artist at that. Muay Thai coach Mike, they call me in the hood. Kendall. So, he called me up and he's like, all right, let's go. I go, can I bring wifey? He goes, yeah. He goes, you want to bring the kids? I'm like, no, I ain't bringing the kids. He goes, why? I go, Burn, I'm a fighting coach, yeah. Do you know what has happened to me at fights? He's like, what? I go, Royal Rumbles, bro. 60 on 8. They attack you like ants attacking the roach. Have you ever seen that? Yeah, that's what happened to us in Miccosukee once where we were having a fight. He's like, nah, it's not that type of party. I go, nah, I'd rather not bring the kids. But let's do it big, whatever. We meet up. Cosmo was with us. Hen was bodyguarding. Cosmo was with us. Some of my friends from up north came down to the fights. And first thing, we're getting there. We go to the wrong venue. We're high as hell. We meet up with the Gotti family.
We go to the wrong fucking venue.
We go to the wrong venue, the Hard Rock. It's at where the Panthers play.
Yeah. We pulled up all lost and shit. We're sitting there smoking like, hey, no one here. What the fuck? I'm like, man, I called John. I'm like, John. He's like, nah, man, you're supposed to be over here. I'm like, oh, fuck. We went over there. When we were driving, though, I'll never forget the words you said. You said, man, it's going to be a fight tonight. I'm like, yeah, no, it is. Like, nah, Burn.
It's fight night. It's going to be a fight tonight.
He's like, energy is strong right now. He
did not know what we were pulling up to, but I already know.
He's like, man.
I feel it in
I was like, yeah, we're going to a fight. He's like, nah. He's like, it's Miami Dogs about to be a fucking fight tonight.
Listen to this. Listen, we're late, right? So, of course, Bernski's got front row, so I'm in the front row too, right, Bern? No, I know I'm not in the front row, but I got my wife with me. I don't want to be in the front row because I know what shit happens at the fights. Berner's from Cali. He wants to chill. I'm like, this is Miami fight night, Bern. It might get complicated. No party, whatever. Had a great time. Met the Gotti family. We get there late. We do the parking lot, VIP status. They open the doors for us. Wifey's loving it. We're high as hell. Mind you that there's levels to being high. We're a little too high, but now it's cool, calm, collective. Finally make it. Go through the locker rooms. As we're entering, a couple of the known fighters. Yo, Mikey, Yuli was there. A lot of the bare knuckle fighters from Miami were on that promotions World Boxing. And it was great to see them. I introduced Burn to people. We're there vibing. Lo and behold, you know me, sometimes I used to be a hot mess. I'm smoking, and back then I was drinking a lot. I've stopped that now. Thank God I've stopped that now. But getting litty, and in the front row with us is Randy Couture. The natural.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. right? Because I've been watching this man for like the last 20, 30 years. This is one of my heroes. You know, I'm an MMA coach. And some of the producers and people that Bern had brought with from Cali, they don't know who Randy is. And I think it was, I'm going to name drop. It was one of my best buddies, Cosmo. And I go to Cosmo, I go, Berner's like, that's the fight. I go, Bern, that's Randy. He's like, oh shit, the natural. I go, yeah, that's, you know, legend. And Cosmo, everybody's taking pictures. And Cosmo goes, who's that, Mike? And I go, Cos, that's the natural. And he's like, who? And I'm like, that's one of the greatest MMA fighters of our time. Randy, come here, Randy. Like, if I know him. Hey, Randy, come here. This is Cosmo. Cosmo, this is Randy. Well, do you know what he did this? And I'm saying fights.
He was juiced, though. He was being cool about it.
He was being cool about it, right? But hi, Michael, right? On edibles, on the pen, everything. And Bernie's like, Mike, I don't think you should be hitting the pen so much in front of everybody. I come back for the 5th time probably. And I'm like, Randy, what's up, man? It's a pleasure to be in your frequency. That's not even my seat. I'm next to Berner, Randy Couture, Cosmo. I think he was getting kind of tired of me, right? So then I'm like, Randy, he's like, yeah, guy, yeah, cool, Mike, yeah, cool. And I'm like, oh, man, that was a different frequency. All right, Randy, I'm bowing out. Nice seeing you. And I go to Bern. I go, Bern, I'm over there, like in the 12th row. If shit pops off, scream, right? What happened?
Popped off.
Shit popped.
It popped off. There's a full-on brawl in that bitch. Like, it was like.
It was crazy.
And a lot of people are like, that shit was just made up for TV. No, it wasn't, bro.
It wasn't. Bro, but I knew it was going to happen.
He felt it, though. It was crazy because we're sitting there smoking. We're sitting there really calm, smoking on the way there to a parking lot where there's the wrong parking lot. It was really empty. It's kind of a weird, eerie vibe. It's like,
I feel the energy.
It's going to be a fight tonight. And that shit was crazy.
I got a suit on.
And
you know what I'm visualizing, right? I'm visualizing, all right, when shit pops off, I'm going viral. I'm jumping in the ring with the Gotti family. I'm Muay Thai people. People getting kicked, Berner. I'm visualizing, oh shit, I'm going to be another fighter guy today. Like all these celebrities. Not knowing that there's a fucking production going on of some networks. I won't say where they're going. But their shows are a little hood. I want to say a little too much physical altercations. So shit pops off. I know Berner's good, right? Because Berner's got, you know, his security right next to him. I'm over there far. I kid you not, it was like 100 people. Bodyguards against bodyguards.
It was going
Gotti's
down.
Against Mayweathers. Oh, it was amazing.
Down. Everyone in the crowd was getting busy. I even remember.
What did Junior do? Junior, he jumped in right away.
Man, fools were just going crazy.
They were going crazy.
They were going crazy in there.
Knocking each other out.
I remember when I was leaving and I heard Berner. I look over and I'm like, oh shit, Damian Marley. I'm like, what did Damian? Yep. And I see some fucking chair flying. I'm like, bro, I'm out. I just dipped. I never really get a chance to see Damian like that. Usually I would just chill.
Everybody from Miami was there.
Bro, it was a big deal.
All the local kings, queens, and all the warriors. And let me tell you, they're filming so that show, women fight each other. Security let them fight, right? Where I'm over there, I got my girl with me. I don't want a physical altercation, but don't get 3 feet close to me, especially with my woman, because she's gonna fight too. I don't know if you know,
yeah,
she's from the hood, Little Havana, right?
She's gonna get busy for sure.
She'll get busy, right? But we're lost in the melee. This man's being escorted by his security detail through the locker rooms. I'm like, Bern, where you guys at? Right? 100 people knocking each other out. Now security creates a wall, a ring of security, what we call it.
Oh yeah,
security
we put
detail.
you through. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Wait. So I'm like, Bern. He's not picking up. Right? My girl is screaming at the other security guards over there. We're celebrities. I'm like, yo, don't say that shit. She goes, come on, you guys know me. And one of the security guards looks and goes, oh yeah, I do know you. I do know you. Bro, I'm telling you, people are getting knocked out in front of me. So I grab my wife and I'm like, come here, woman. We hit through the chairs. We're falling through the chairs and Berner hits me. And simultaneously, my wife is screaming at the security guard, we're celebrities, help us. And I'm like, no, don't say that. I go, Bern, dog, this is crazy. Where you got? I'm in the car already. Wait, I'm going to send Hen to go get you. And I'm like, yo, please, dude, they're not letting me through. I kid you not. There was at least 12, 20 fights at the same time.
It was a full-on brawl. That shit was crazy. I didn't even know Miami gets active like that. That shit was nuts. I knew Miami gets active like that. I didn't think it was happening in a fucking arena like that, though.
It was beautiful.
It was actually pretty cool.
It was. Yeah. I mean, I'm telling him on the way home to the Hard Rock, I'm telling him, I see 2 and 3 happening. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, trust me, this is gonna happen. And now they're fighting in Mexico. Are you gonna go to the Mayweather Gotti?
They're fighting again? No,
yeah.
they already did, right?
I think. Oh, I'm not sure.
I think they did already. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did, yeah.
Who won?
Mayweather.
Oh, I did not know this,
Yeah,
man. I'm
did.
behind on
They
times.
fought. Yeah, they fought.
Well, respect to the Mayweathers and the Gotti family.
Yeah.
The Gotti
Shout out
family.
to my boy John. Shout out to
Yeah, lots of love from
Yeah.
this side. So, Bern, man, I love having you around. Welcome to Miami. It's always sometimes I can't express myself, and I have little limited time, in front of these cameras to express myself. But I just want you to know that you are truly loved and favored, my brother, on this side, and it's been such a moment. I like to quote you, and there's an album, a little album, a big album that I did the intro to. It's called El Chivo.
Mm-hmm.
And
People love that album too.
Love it. Well, and then there's another song, and not on El Chivo, but there's another song that are on my playlist, right? First, let me quote this one, which is in the song, I think it was El Chivo, you say, "Friends, I only have a few."
Facts.
Right? And I've been saying this my whole life because my mother once taught me something, and she said, in the streets, there ain't no friends. For you young boys out there, in the streets, there ain't no friends.
No.
And in real life, in business, in brotherhood, my mother told me that when you really love somebody as a friend, they become your brothers. And if you create a foundation based on financial foundations of having interest in that other, a common interest of bettering each other and bettering each other's family financially, yeah, that speaks volume, and that is your brother for life. So I want you to know that, friends, I have a few. You are not my friend, you are my brother.
For sure, man.
For 100%. And also thank you for living the moments that we've lived, and cookies por vida, like we say in the hood, and
When can you travel again though?
Pretty soon, God willing, man. We're trying to go national with this show, and hopefully come to the compound and film a couple days there.
I got the facility up in Humboldt County running, where I'm doing a bunch of breeding right now, and I have more strains than I've ever had in my life.
Nice.
And I'm able to curate menus the way I want to now, all in house. We could back it up, save it. But point being is that
Pheno time.
it's just time for a new flavor for you, bro.
Come on.
And I
Let's
feel
get it.
I feel
Come
like,
on.
I only like to work with people I truly love, and I really respect. And I feel like, man, like we always have a good a bond, and we feel a certain type of energy when we're talking about it. Man, I got to give you something special because I feel like the flavor profile we did through Lemonade was cool. It was cool.
Serious chem dog.
It was a heart beater, but I want to give you some more of this flavor. I got some crazy flavor right now, so I want to think of something special for us. But I want to make sure you can come up and see this shit in person, whether it be like the actual breeding of the plant. Like if we're gonna create some seeds to go pop, I want you to be there, so the energy is there and shit like that.
Dude, I would love to stay.
Yeah. But maybe there's some stuff that's already further along that maybe you already like. I want to get some out there, and we gotta come with the fire name for it.
Yeah, because greatness is to be captured by greatness.
I always thought the Corleone would be a fire ass strain.
Hey, why not, man? My kid was just saying that the other day. Yeah, and my wife said it too. Yo,
smart. I mean, I think the Corleone would be a fire ass strain, like where it just sounds like some rich shit. You know?
I like that.
Yeah, Corleone.
Yeah,
fire
we did it. We did it. Madrina. Blanco, man, listen, and even back in the days when the original Blanco was a part of the Medellin flavor profile, Medellin 2, right?
Yep.
And that was, to this day, I believe that Blanco and Medellin are probably the best sativas of our time.
That shit was.
Don't quote me on that, but
remember
yes,
the way
quote me.
The plants would grow, the buds would be like that big, bro. They'd be so
Surge. Surge was a monster.
It was crazy, man. Like, and a lot of people didn't
Shout
understand.
out to Surge Cannabis.
Didn't understand how powerful that weed was. It was testing like the 33, 34%. That shit was strong as shit.
Yeah, it was the strongest THC level at the time.
Yeah,
sativa was
fucking strong as shit.
Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah,
man. We did Rainbow Room with Be Real with the whole team, and that was epic. And 9 years of this brotherhood, and I'm stoked to see what the future brings, not only for our offspring, but for us in our elder years. I want to say, as we get older,
we gotta make some movies, man. Like I got to get my money
Splash
up.
City. Okay.
Yeah, I mean Splash City is tough, bro, because it's done.
I love it though. I love the concept. I love everything behind it.
It was shot well. It looks great. We spent $2 million on it, but the problem I have with Hollywood is that they only want things with known actors, and with storylines, the kind of content that they want to push.
Yeah.
They don't want anything edgy. They don't want anything urban. They don't want anything new.
They don't want to explore a new universe. It's hard.
Nah, they want to have the same shit and remake Marvel movies. So my whole thing is like, cool, I get it. I've been stuck on my money for Splash City, but like everything else, I'm not gonna be discouraged by it. I'm just gonna be fired up and go figure out a way to really crack the code. So my whole thing is like, all right, cool. That was cute. I understand where you guys are gonna put me now. Let me just go figure out a way to go get some real bread on maybe a liquidation one day or one of these companies or something, and then go do it myself and pop it off myself. But it got me more motivated than ever to bring some real shit. Like, we're missing those good movies like Menace and Boys Out. Like, all that good shit that we grew up on is gone, bro. American Meat, Blood In, Blood Out. Like, it's all cheesy, soft shit right now. So I'm like, well, you already know I like conspiracies. Maybe the CIA has a certain agenda.
Segue, conspiracies.
Maybe there's like a agenda kind of put certain kind of content out there. But my whole thing is like, nah, we're about to bring this edgy raw shit back.
Okay. Now you're talking my language, right?
Yes.
Okay, so during the pandemic, yes, I said pandemic. During the pandemic, I would text this man and call him every day with my conspiracies, right? Because it's all one big conspiracy, right? Quote me on that. It's biblical conspiracies, life conspiracies, and everybody that conspires in between, right? The hierarchy, the psychos, the weirdos, and the elite. Let's be honest. So, aliens, multi-dimensional beings from another planet, us, or Antarctica, or everything.
I think it's a mixture of everything. I think that there's definitely multi-planet. I think there's definitely aliens living amongst us. I think we are a breed of aliens for sure, because if you look at that, and people always think I'm crazy, if you look at different nationalities and different races, maybe there's just different species of aliens that were smaller at one time, like a smaller population that kind of spread. I know that Earth has its purpose for certain things, but I do believe that we've been dumbed down big time. You know this. Mm-hmm. Our minds have been fucking trained to think small. We don't align with the universe anymore, like stars and planets. Like, we're just dumb right now compared to what used to be here. Like, look at the Mayans and shit like that back in the days. Look at
ancient technology, ancient knowledge.
Ancient knowledge was way more advanced than us. They were way more advanced than us. And so I feel like there's definitely... The way I feel like is that maybe a certain group has kind of intercepted the aliens that live amongst us or that kind of visit us, and they kind of use their technologies and their knowledge for their benefits only. It's kind of a power gatekeeping type thing. That's my thoughts. At 42 100%. Years old, that's my thoughts. I feel like there's no way that we don't know what's up. There's no way that we're not tapped in with shit.
Not anymore.
There's no way that technology is not coming from certain other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, now they got this shit that you can put on your skin and heal a wound. Like, that's just hella mania. Yeah. Makes no sense.
I am built from antimonium, like Wolverine. I believe in so many conspiracies. I was raised by a minister, and a lot of things that are biblical are nowadays coming out. So it's very evident to me that either we are in this simulation, which I want to excel in, and I don't want to leave it, right? I want to be part of this matrix, but I'm aware of what is going on around me. I've worked in the TV industry. I've worked around... I don't want to say it, but let's be truthful. You know, when you come from an infamous background, or you were raised in the streets, or maybe a criminal life, like my prior life, my past life, and I don't condone any of that to the youth, but you be around demons sometimes, and you be around bad people, and you wanna maybe water down the badness that you're doing, and you're saying you're not doing bad to bad. I mean, I only do bad to bad, not bad to good. That was my code in life. And I learned to not only concentrate on my faith, change my life, but as a man and as a person that excelled in whatever industry I used to be in, and now excel in this new industries that we're in, how does one Berner learn to, like, as you grow and you grow apart from others, and growth, what is that? What can you tell the younger Berner in order to not speed up his growth, but to tell him, look, you're gonna grow like this. If I were you, I would do this. And sometimes you grow apart from people, right? In the Bible it says, I will apart you for better things. Yeah. You know, and I learned that writing my book. Like, I really had to, you saw, I had to hide in an office for 2 years. Yeah. Editing process, not counting the other 18 that took me.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, like you kind of understand like what's really important in life right now. Like you kind of worry about people's opinions or like, am I following this kind of code or should I be doing this? Like materialistic things. Like you start realizing, man, like nah, like that was good for me in that stage of my life. But right now in this stage of my life, I need people that are family oriented, that are motivated, that understand the future, that are adapting with change. Like you have to be able to adapt with change. That's pretty much what it boils down to. If you grow apart from someone else, it sucks because you want to be down with everyone forever, but I feel like not everyone has the same agendas as you get older and wiser. You know what I'm saying? My agenda is stay out the way, focus on the family, stay in my lane, be creative, work, you know, get good energy. Like the energy today was much needed.
Thank you for that.
When I lay on the beach today and look at the water and do my thing, I'm going to be juiced because I got a good start with energy. Like today in my life, I really want to pick the things I want to do. I probably have to do a bunch of things today. I could have done a bunch of things, but I'm like, nah, I want to do this. I want to come see you. I want to go swim and turn my phone off and just get some good R&R time. I want to go see Felix and give him the love he needs.
Give Felix a big hug for me, too. Gas House. Shout out to Gas House.
It's when you get older, you want to just do things that make sense to
the
you.
Wizard.
Yeah,
Felix the Wizard.
Felix the
Shout
Wizard.
out to Kingston, too. Yeah. I got mad love for the whole Gas House family in the heyday of brands. Felix was the first person to, well, besides cookies, Felix was the first person that I ever saw like pushing merch crazy and backpacks. He gave me a backpack I traveled the country with. I just told you a story off camera.
He's a real one, dude. Hustler. Yeah. He's down to reinvent himself, and that's what you got to be able to do these days. So you gotta
flowers. Got to give them the flowers as well. You've taught me one thing, which is constant motion. Well, you've taught me a couple things. Let's just be honest. And I'm not egotistical, and I can say that. And maybe that's something wrong with our industries or our industry, is that whatever happened to the days of collaborations? Whatever happened to the days of, I don't care if you know more, you do more, you got more than me? Whatever happened to the days of do it for the plant, do it for the aura, do it for the moment in time, and just grow, maybe as a unit, maybe as an industry? You've taught me to not hate but participate, and to kind of help kill my ego in that realm as well. But you've always taught me to keep growing. So on that note, thank you for always growing.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, big guy.
Come on, we got some shit to do, man.
Let's go.
Corleone coming soon.
Berner. Episode finale.
Amazing. You're the man.
We are the Blancos.